So when you look at this picture, what do you think of? When you look at this picture of this guy who's calmly just kind of squatting in his little tight jeans, his skinny jeans. You got this guy with this haircut, you know, what is that, a $50 haircut? He's got a $50 haircut. He's got a t-shirt on that's buttoned all the way to the very top. He's wearing skinny jeans and he's sitting there looking at these flowers. He has the flowers. It looks like he's maybe has something else, like rocks or something in his hand. He's right next to the flowers. It looks like he's smelling the roses, but it also kind of looks like he's just looking afar. When you look at this man, what is the first thing that you think of? He's MS-13. This is a damn Berea 18. He's Berea 18. This is Trinde Aragua. This is a blood. This is a Crip. This is straight up Nazi. It's a straight up Nazi. It's a damn psycho. This is a psychotic savage. Criminal. He needs to be deported right away. Right? And if you say, golly, Johnny, that's a little extreme, don't you think? I mean, it just seems like a nice picture of a dude. Just kind of looking at a flower, you know? What the fuck? Well, you'd be right, but guess what the Chump administration is? When the Chump administration looked at this guy, they said, look at this tattoo right here. We don't know what it says. It says what? I love mother and father. Well, I can't read Swahili. So they saw a tattoo. They see that he's brown. I think he's from Venezuela. And they deported him. Now, it turns out that this guy's name is Andrys. I want to say Hernandez. Andrys Hernandez. And then 75% of everybody that was deported to the El Salvador Gulag, which they're claiming is MS-13, have been convicted of no crimes. They've been convicted of no crimes. So they're sitting there doing all these perp walks and bending them over and then making them walk real stupid. And then all the people, the good guys, right, the ICE good guys, they're covered in black mask, completely from head to toe, and all they got is like, it looks like Al-Qaeda. They look like ISIS. So the authority figures look like ISIS, and then the prisoners are all dressed in pure white shorts, white shoes, white shirts. Let's look at some more pictures. Maybe that was deceiving. Let's look at a couple other pictures here. Now, tell me, what does this picture coming up here? Because they're like, hey, we looked at his social media, and he's Trinde Aragua. His name is Andrys. He's 23-year-old gay makeup artist. He's a young Venezuelan named Andrys. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I need to finish this up. So this 23-year-old named Andrys, let's take a look at this picture. Okay, whoa, oh, gangster, that's a criminal right there. My God, that's a tough guy. That guy is a tough guy. He's going to commit violence. He's going to run over your dog. He's going to do drive-by shootings. He's going to stalk you. He's going to do spotlighting. My God, he would fit perfectly with the damn Nazis of Costilla County. I mean, this is a thug. Shorty said he wanna be. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster, right? It looks like a nice gentleman. He's a homosexual. He's gay. So he's showing that he's sweet. He's got a feminine side. He might even look like he's got makeup on. He's got, these, I was going to say paint brushes, but they're probably makeup brushes. And then he's got some smoke or something in the air. So he's an artiste. He's an artist. Let's take a look at what another picture is. Is this him again? Again, this is the Trinde Aragua. I mean, I guess that tattoo's a snake, right? And then if you want to actually, push the issue, a lot of these places, everybody's a gangster. There was that one guy that went up to another guy and said, what gang affiliation are you? And the guy said he had no gang affiliation, and then he shot him. But then you also have the Upright Citizens Brigade, right? So if you're not smart enough to form your own Upright Citizens Brigade, or if there isn't an Upright Citizens Brigade in a town near you, then you might feel compelled to join Barrio 18, Trinidad, Aragua. At the very least, if you're going to say that somebody in America needs to be deported, you put them in front of a judge, and you give them the reasons. You got to have a reason, except for he's brown, he's from Venezuela. He's brown, he's from Venezuela. Need I say more? Yeah, you need to say more. You need to say more. Is he going around committing crimes? Does he say on his social media that he... Okay, then you took a clipping, right? You took a clipping from the social media, and it says, you know, the guy clearly states he is Trinidad Aragua, and he loves trending and daying and Araguaing, and that's all he does is Trinidad Araguaing. That's what he does for a living. He's not a makeup artist. He's not a hairdresser. He's not an effeminate homosexual who's, you know, going to open up a bakery, open up a damn barber shop, hair salon, beauty shop. That's not what this Andrys Hernandez, I know it's Andrys, I'm not for sure about his last name. So Andrys, oh man. Now I know a lot of you white supremacists are terrified of anybody that's brown or black. So a lot of you white supremacists might just screech with terror. What? He's got a tattoo and a paintbrush, and he's smiling at me? He's got nice hair? He doesn't look like a damn beast? He doesn't look like a beast, monster, fascist, right-wing piece of shit? I don't understand this guy. I don't understand anybody that would think that this person looks like a threat. You think this person looks like a threat? I feel like even push comes to shove, I don't even see him pushing back. Maybe if you cornered him, maybe he'd, you know, strike back. But I feel like he's slender. He's slender and he wants you to think he's kind and he's effeminate. So I think the exact opposite. I would think that he wouldn't fight back. I think like Jesus, he would turn the other cheek and keep turning the other cheek. And he might even like it. But to say that he's such a threat that he needs to be put on a damn airplane and then ship him to Botswana, ship him to Siberia, ship him to Neptune, all expenses paid for, because all this is, you're paying for this, America. Not only are you paying for the prison, paying for the damn airplane ticket, you're also paying for the genocide in Gaza. You just keep paying trillions of fucking dollars to hurt people. Why can't you spend the goddamn dollar on something that's good for people? And hell, you don't have to spend any money at all. Why spend money for evil? You know, love is free. Sometimes doing nothing is the right move. So do we have another picture? I think we got one more picture here. Oh no! This is terrifying. Could you imagine walking through town and then this motherfucker just staring you down? You know, with his goddamn AK-47, with his Glocks. What is that? What's that around his hand? Is that brass knuckles? You know he's got some weapons in that coat jacket. You know there's weapons. Probably slinging that fentanyl, right? He's probably got all that fentanyl. That damn crown, is that what that is? It's probably made of cocaine, crack, marijuana, aspirin, caffeine, alcohol. That's probably an alcohol crown. For all you anti-drug, pro-war on drug motherfuckers. I'm not terrified of this guy. So I don't know why so many people in America is so terrified of this guy. There's a great 60 Minutes little piece about this, so I would encourage other folks to go check it out. But Andrys, I'm not scared of Andrys. I don't feel like he's stealing any job that I would want. So I don't feel like they took our jobs. I don't feel like he's taking any jobs that I would want. So I think that I would love to have basically a town full of Andrys, and some of these white supremacist Nazi fucks, I wish they were deported back to goddamn Germany. I'd love to have a whole damn county, a whole damn nation full of Andrys. But we just sent this homosexual guy down to one of the most notorious prisons in all of the Americas. And it's even said about that prison in El Salvador, that Gulag, that nobody leaves that prison. Nobody leaves that prison unless they're in a coffin. So basically, the Chump administration just sent Andrys to go die. They just sent Andrys to go die in that prison, to either get raped 50 million times until he dies, or he stands up for himself, him being the skinny, what was he, a buck 20, 120 pounds. So you're going to try to get this 120 pound, there's one, hopefully it's a nice caveat, but I saw the special, I don't know if it was the 60 Minutes one or something else, but there was a prison that they put the homosexuals in another spot. They put the homosexuals off to the side. And then they try to teach them Jesus. They try to teach them about Jesus. So I hope that's what they do with Andrys. Because putting him in population, maybe the straight men having nobody around will just have sex with a gay man. Maybe the straight men will rape men just for power, just to show their domination over other men. But I'm worried about this guy's safety. Andrys, we just shipped him down to one of the most notorious prisons in the Americas, and then you know what the Chump administration is saying? They're not able to get him back. They could just round up people, throw them on a plane, and then throw them into a prison in El Salvador. But now they're saying, hey, we're not going to infringe on the sovereignty of El Salvador. We're not the president of El Salvador. We can't tell the president of El Salvador. You could fucking take a plane, go down there, and pick up any of the fucking innocent people. And actually, the longer that you let them stay there, you're the one that's radicalizing them. You're telling me you're going to put this nice guy, Andrys, when he has freedom, he posts nice pictures, he goes around doing women's makeup. But you're going to tell me that you're going to have him get pounded by a bunch of MS-13 Trinidad Aragua, some Barrio 18. You're telling me he's going to be surrounded by a bunch of fucking gangsters, and while the prison officials are caning him and yelling at him and shit, and he's not going to get radicalized? How could he not get radicalized? You're forcing him to be MS-13. Whether he wants to be MS-13 or not, you're forcing him to be an MS-13 Trinidad Aragua Barrio 18. You're fucking forcing him. You're forcing him. Because he's going to have to survive in this fucking prison, and so what's he going to do? Try to act like he's better than all the MS-13 people? To get along, you go along. To get along, you go along. When in Rome, you do as the Romans do. So, we don't need to just save him, we need to save ourselves. We don't need to just save him, we need to save his soul. What does it matter if we inherit the whole world but lose our damn souls?